Everybody say kiki, kiki, kiki.
Ooh, a little wee wee, go to support the mission and no, I am not singing R. Kelly. I am singing Dave Chappelle. I wanna pee on you too. T T T T T T on you. Drip drip drip. Whoop whoop whoop. Ba da doo. All right. So why am I singing Dave Chappelle? Pee on you. I'm going to tell you right now. This video is strictly braggadocious, bodacious, all of the aciousness. Like I'm straight coming in like my life right now. Drake gonna make a song about me. Like that's how I feel. Nice for what? And I'm going to take this moment, this time, this memory, and I'm going to sit here and pop my own collar and holla like a player from the Himalayas because I'm feeling pimpalicious, right? So, anyways, so I'm saying this now because yes, there's no purpose of this video except for me to be 100% happy and elated. Might drop a little bit of gems for you, but this moment is about my mind and celebrating the moments that got up to this piece right now. Is it success? No, it's not success. Sorry. Because everybody wants to celebrate the monster top, and I'm going to put it this way. This is like the journey. I love the analogy of the journey, hence JS's journey. And sometimes it's dark. Woo, child, on that journey, like it's night. Have you ever thought about that? Like the slaves who went through the Underground Railroad when you are just, it's just dark. It's just darkness. Like, have y'all ever been around night? Like night, like no lights, night, like night. Like, picture the fact that you're walking through darkness and you hearing sounds that are unfamiliar to you, but you're constantly walking. And the only thing that's guiding you is this hope and this small egging feeling like you know what to do. And the problem is while you have this small little feeling, the insecurities and the doubt is so much bigger. The what is, what could be, what should be. Like for you to hold on, like I got to do this right. For you to hold on to that little bitty voice is like this. It's not like this. It's like you got to hold on like this because you have to cover that little bitty seed. Yes, that little bitty seed. And what I'm just sitting there saying is I am celebrating the journey, the light, like the light at the end of the tunnel. So like if we're walking and somebody was like, Chicago over there, like the sign that says 500 kilometers, 500 miles to Chicago. Like sometimes you celebrate just the fact that you own the journey and you headed the right direction. Like what's up? Woo! So I'm going to show you some pictures now, like insert picture here. Insert picture here, insert picture here. What you're looking at is the land. I have to put it like that because we're going to get gospelistic with it. You know what I'm saying? Of the Optima Farms. Hence, what you know is I got Doe's Incorporated. What's happened right here is I'm going to have to, let me give you the preface, not prefaces, but let me give you what's going on. What's happening is, we decided to plant crops or like plant a garden at Hatima Farms back in August. And we decided to do this because with us breeding the rabbits, doing everything with the does, nobody knew about the formula because we have a formula regarding utilizing rabbit urine and rabbit manure. Like nobody knows that piece. So when all the people came out, like, what are you talking about? It was like, okay, the only thing that we can do is actually do it on our own. We are going to do this. Like I said, if you want to get into this journey, there's so much to learn in this journey. So we actually planted Timothy grass, which is not here. So we had to get that. Who brought that over? Shout outs to who brought over the Timothy grass for me. But we had to get the Timothy grass over. Shout outs to me for like all the mistakes. So I just don't know where to start. I want to start at the beginning, but I can't. I'm starting at the middle. Shout outs to me for not knowing how to read properly and not purchasing enough Timothy grass. Shout outs to me for not knowing how much grass one should plant for that square footage, because we literally had to like scrimple it by seed. Like it was really embarrassing. Like the grass, if the grass grew, it was just gonna be a mess. Like from the beginning, it was just like, ooh, had to learn this one the hard way. Ooh, had to learn this one the hard way. Had to learn this one the hard way. And the other thing, so of course, so we did that. So are you looking at Timothy grass? No, you're not looking at Timothy grass, because let me tell you, but wait, there's more. But wait, there's more. What we have learned is that like all the sections of Rhonda is so beautifully unique, magical, mystical, and wonderful in the stories. It is hilarious. So as small as Rhonda is, because Rhonda is a small country, all of the 4 provinces like literally have like different weathering types. It's crazy. And so when we move to our weathering type, we're in the land that pretty much produces the least amount of rain. What? Yes. And so that's actually good for certain harvests, like you have to research and know which trees and which plants do better. But at the time, of course, did we do research? Of course not, because what soil is soil in Africa, it all grows, right? No. So what happened is there was, I don't want to say the word drought, because as soon as you say drought, you're like, so it just did not rain. Like when rainy season hit, everybody in the air like, no, that's not it. No, that's not it. And what's even crazier is like rainy season in not rainy season in Kigali, dude, it was raining. It was straight melodies from heavy rain down on me, rain down on me. It was purple raining straight in Kigali. So we're sitting here at the house like getting hit, ta da 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 da, raindrops all up in the face. Is it in Bulgaria? No. Is it in Gashura? No. Dry, ashy, dry as a rock, solid as a rock, dry, just walking past, dust blowing in the wind. So there's no rains producing, which actually makes me feel really bad for our neighbors, because we're around a lot of people who are growers. And so for crops to do well now in Gashur, you really have to be by water. And so there's a lot of people who doing the water pumping. You know, they got the generator, they pump. They go out and they do their thing. Are we next to the water? No, we see water, we can get to water, but in the grand scheme of things, we are not close enough to water to actually water my land. And there was this like moment, I'll tell y'all everything. There was this moment where we thought, because I have partners, we thought we was gonna be real smart. We were like, we're just gonna get them to get some buckets and they gonna walk up with the buckets and pour it down. We got sent the video of that, and I felt like, what's his name? Josiah Wright, whatever overtake a plantation it is. Like, I felt like, what in the old school slavery is going on here? Like, first of all, it was so ashy. Like if you ever put like cocoa butter on your skin and how it drink it right up and you ashy again and you be ashamed, that's how our land was. Our land was straight drinking it. Like people know this from greasing your scalp. If you ain't greased your scalp right and you put that blue magic on there and then you come right back and it already drinking, you be like, ooh, like it's already dry. Like, no. So that, and then they were really like doing the work and they was really going up one pill at a time. And me and my homegirl was like, no, we can't do this. Like we made a call. And so the call was, just let the land dry up. Just let it be ashy. Just let it be, was it Kevin Durant ankles? We just gonna Kevin Durant ankles the land. No more watering. We didn't even water. Like it was so whack. But the entire time on the land, we were spraying it with, I got to know what to call it because I'm calling it like the golden juice right now. That ain't the name for it. But we were spraying it with the urine, because if you know, rabbit urine can be used in a plethora, catch that word, plethora of ways. So it can be a fertilizer and it can be a pesticide and it can be some other things we have researched. Plus, if you put in certain ingredients, because I ain't giving y'all all the goody goodies, because look at this, look at these pictures. I ain't giving you all the goody goodies to get into the goodie jar. it can help enhance what it's supposed to be. But you have to be very careful. The formulas are important because if you don't get them right, you can burn your crops. You can you burn the soil? Yeah, you can. And I know this because now we go back to the first one. When I was starting with the rabbits and I was farming just my garden before I moved houses, we burnt up the tomatoes bad. They was walking around looking like witches' fingers, like, little Hansel and Gretel, where are you going? I like children in my soup. Like, it was looking real decrepit. Like, my fingers are too juicy to look like old witch fingers. But that's how it was. What did we plant? I think we planted okra. We planted, the eggplant came out nice. It was like stronger things, but some stuff we just burnt up. It was just crispy. It was Freddy Krueger and just in the piece because we had the formula wrong. A lot of practice. So what I did decide to do with the partners and everything was like, we're still going to spray the soil. We're still going to fertilize it. And we're still going to spray parts of it for a pesticide. And then we're also doing these experiments that we're working on with the mango trees and the avocado trees, all this other stuff. And so I was like, we'll still spray it. We are just not watering whatever it is going to be what it's going to be. Okay, it's going to be what it's going to be. So haven't been to the land. Like, I went out once. I was like, oh, look excited. Like, oh my God, the grass is growing. And Valdemir, I'm shouting him out. Mwah. He's an excellent project manager. He's our ad guy. He's doing so much work and stuff. He was kind of like, hey, that's not what you think it is. And I'm like, what you mean? He's like, that's just weeds. Like, that's the stuff people pull up. And I was just like, oh, like, my little heart was broken. I was like, but the weeds is growing, right? The weeds is growing. Well, that's what you see now, actually. This is pictures of our land as of now, with amazing growth. And that's why I'm celebrating the light, because all y'all who was thinking that your girl didn't know what you're talking about because the rabbit all that stuff, and was laughing at me when I was throwing pee in the air, piss in the air, because we was trying to get the pea nutrients, because there's nutrients in pea, the pea nutrients into the soil. Bam, how you like me now? Bam, bam, bam. How you like me now? How you like me now? So yes, this is the land. So basically, from our journey where we started this, I want to say we started last week in August, because I remember I have to run out there to do it. I might even find that video. So September, we didn't even do it steadily. Like, we just now got our calendar systems in, but we have been spraying the ground with the fertilizer. Look at the ground, like, look at the growth, look at what we were able to produce. Like, I'm going to show you pictures here and there, but Valdemir's in one of the pictures. I use this without your rights, my bad, baby. But actually, no, it is with my rights, because you're with Hatsuma Farms. That's me, owner. He's like over 6 foot, y'all. And look at the, like, I am so shouting out our weeds right now. I'm so shouting out our growth. And then we actually have some comparisons of our neighbor's yard and our yard. So that tells you already, because like, neither one of us watered. Like, I could actually put them on here and they'd be like, yeah, our stuff is dry and dusty. And look at our stuff. Like, our stuff is not, it's not like, let me say this. It's not like if it was your hair. Like, for naturals, you're going to understand this. So we are not in full moisture yet. We are not in full bounce. We're not in full, thick, healthy, hydrated hair. We are in long hair and it looks good, but we can't do too much, like the heat damage, because then we might accidentally like break it out. Like, so that's what I'm saying. It's still long and it looks good and it's nourished, but we got to get the moisture in there, and that's the water. We got to moisturize. So once we start moisturizing our land, is your land moisturized? Is your ash moisturized? How to moisturize your ash? That's gonna be the next one. How to moisturize your ashiness. Because you can have a lot of growth. Let me speak a word. You can have growth. You can have all the nutrients you need. You can have all the tools you need. You can have all the minerals and vitamins. You can have all the seeds you have. It will still grow. It will just not produce on the level it's supposed to produce, because you did not take time to water out the seeds. Give it some H2O, baby. Give it some H2O. Okay. So ours, that's what I'm saying. It's not like 100%. What it is though, for me, 100% is like, it is the voice of, you are on the right path, baby. You on the right path. You on the right path. I whispered something in your ear. I had somebody come through and give you a little word. You took that small little word and you planted and you started researching and you found out there was bigger. I planted somebody in your life who had the same vision as you. You guys became partners, the yin to the yang, baby. Destiny come together because what you lacked, they're great at. And what they need help with, you got. So once you guys came together, put together a force, and I told y'all had something. So everybody else think we crazy. Oh, we walking around real crazy. We got rabbits in the yard. We collecting pee-pee and little poo-poo, little wee-wee, a little woo-woo. Like, what we doing? I'm pimping rabbits. We driving places so people could get pregnant and stuff and busting out. And I ain't even told you how Preston done busted wide open on a young thing. So she out here cougar in the streets now with 8 babies. Just baby mama in the streets right after you just dropped the load. So you baby mama after baby mama after baby mama getting these checks. We moved back to the penthouse. I'm gonna have to do a whole series on just living with these does. Because she's a doe. You know she's a doe. How do you know? Because she should freak them. So she's a doe. You know she's a doe. Yeah, that's it. It's all of these. With all of the babies, all of the birthing, all of the filtering. Oh my gosh, creating different ways to do this, being able to do this, changing diets, fixing diets, because you have to have certain, oh my gosh, like, and then now recognizing, that's a whole nother story. I'll probably tell you because I ain't got nothing else to do but to talk. And I love to talk. That our rabbits are so spoiled and bougie. Like, dude, like 2 got out and they didn't even know they was free. Like, no, I'm talking about like 2 legitimately got out and did not know they was free, was just bouncing around the house, chilling. Not house like, but just going around like, hey, eating. Like, that's one reason why the rabbit and the tortoise, like, they lost. The hare was the hare and the tortoise, like the big story why he lost the race. Rabbits attention span, child, ain't nothing. And then as long as you have some food around them, oh, they chilling and parlaying. They are straight big living, like the spoiled, like, you know, the rich millionaire, like, I don't want to say Shaq's kids in a bad way, but like how Shaq told his kids, I'm rich, not y'all. Like, y'all gonna work. Like, if they weren't, like, that's why I said it's the spoiled rich kids of America, whatever. That is rabbits. Like, when they get to the good life, when they get some kind of life and they looking for it, baby, they straight in the, you know, streets trying to sniff out gold. They want to be kept. They want to be in the street. They want to be like, no, you can keep, like, what? No, I want the pristine water. Like, what is this? I need mineral water. Can I have Digagi? Like, whatever. Like, are we on pellets today? Pellets are more of a Thursday meal. Can I go ahead and get some of that radish? You know, let's go ahead and do that. Like, they are so, it's the most. And unfortunately, your girl be sitting there chasing behind them like, oh, but did you say you want your radish toasted, or did you want it over, you know, rice? Like, okay, so you said you wanted collard greens, or do you want kale? Like, yeah, I be getting pimped by the rabbits. They got a whole new house, yo. They got a whole new houses, cages, water galore. They're now getting fed in a different, oh my gosh, it's so much. Like, we have to feed them a certain way now so they can help, so they can get their exercise in and get their 1-2. They are getting fat though. I love them for that. Because I had to tell my team, like, fat equals fat pockets. Like, keep people happy, let them get comfortable. Same with the rabbits, boo. Don't need you hopping everywhere. Don't need you using all them hind muscles. Don't need to let you know your whole power, baby. I need you for your pee. I need you for your pee. I need you for your poo. I need you for your pee. I need you for your poo. So getting back to the story of the land, yeah, like, it's been so much. You have no idea the operation that it takes to get here, and it looks easy and it's not. Especially because people ask me like, how did I get this? I have 100% learning curve. I knew nothing of rabbits. I pretty much am not a good pet owner either. um just listened, honestly, just listened and held on to an idea, knew my strengths and weaknesses, knew what I wanted to do, what I wanted to produce, and now looking for the market. And so next steps. But before we get to next steps, no, we take one day. We take one day, put it into the chat, celebrate your girl. Congratulations. That's the wrong song. I want to sing. It was Post Malone's Congratulations, but that's not really the way I feel. Celebrate good times. Come on. It's a celebration. I'm celebrating. Y'all don't understand. To turn around and have a before and after picture, to turn around and just have like this proof that after the last, gosh, we're going on like 8 to 9 months. We're 9 months, 9 months. This is what we've been progressing and leading up to. And I'm going to see if my homegirl lets me put in some pictures of her garden because we started spraying. And then we also need to talk to a couple more people. So let me say this now. If you have a garden, if you want anything, if you would like to get our urine formula, I got to come up with a name with it now. What am I coming up with? I cannot call it what I want. I want to call it pimp juice, but I can't. Plus Nelly took that one. No, we're just going to call it something. Liquid gold, whatever. I feel like a solid gold answer, but we're going to call it something. But if you want some, just holler at your girl. Send me an email, J at my cousin connection, or hatimafarms@gmail.com. That's the official one, because we can like we got, oh, you don't understand how much producing. We got like maybe like probably 60 to 80 liters just chilling, because we've been having to wait for the growth and building and doing all this other stuff. So hopefully we can start building on the farm. There's a lot more to come. What I know now, what I am ecstatic to know, is that it's possible. Like that light, the light might be small, but it's possible. So stay on the journey. Just stay, just stay. I planted something in you for a reason. I gave you these people around you for a reason. I gave you this knowledge for a reason. I gave you this hunger for a reason. You're not crazy. Noah, when it's time for you to put the first nail into the ark, even though God, your son, was a carpenter. I got that joke from somebody. I stole it, but that joke was funny. That was so funny to me. Like, yo, you want me to build this by yourself, but your son, okay, I ain't trying to say nothing. But there's more in this than what you think. So continue doing what I told you to do. Continue being what I told you to be. Continue learning the things you learn. And that's the thing I'm going to wrap up with. There was this moment when I had to talk to some people, and your girl is not a farmer. I'm becoming one. Like, oh my God, the stuff that I see now. And honestly, I have to wait to summer because I actually have like 5 or 6 jobs. But the things that I want to learn, like when I'm able to be quiet and say, okay, I want to learn this. I want to make sure I'm growing this correctly. I want to do all these things. Like I really want to become not necessarily also a farmer. I want to become more knowledgeable about life's natural substances. I will say that, like the growth of things, this plant versus this plant, and those things. I want that. I want to be, is more like the soil and the climate and all the changes stuff. But the conversation came, and I had to go to the table, and I had to go to the table to present, some things. And I was like, yo, this is not my table, imposter syndrome. Like, yo, I went to school for journalism. I know how to talk. Like, see this? I know how to use words. Words is my rhythm. Another t-shirt, banger. Boop, words is my rhythm. And I was kind of like, yo, God, don't know if I'm supposed to be here or not. Like, okay, but I have to represent myself. And as soon as I open my mouth, I'm supposed to be at this table. I'm supposed to be here. Like everything that was coming out, like, yo, I don't feel like this is not my space. Like I feel like I'm teaching you things in this space and I'm learning and I'm researching and all that other stuff. So there's so much more to this next part of the journey where we talk about, and if I had to say anything to you, there's a confidence that I have about, if one, there's a confidence. Let me just shout out the truth. There is a very steep lesson I learned Florida A&M and Beta Alpha, DST, for those who know. And the biggest lesson is if you don't know, you gonna learn. And that's not the right way to say it because that sounded really bad. But it's like, I don't know is not an answer to a question. I don't know gives you time to know. So it's time for you to know. And so that one is like the biggest thing. Like if there's information, as long as there's books, as long as there's people, as long as there's words, as long as there's a way now, as long as there's Google, as long as there's Instagram, as long as there's social media, as long as there's YouTube, the information's out there. It's about you having the energy to go and get it, decipher through it, and figure it out for yourself. And so that's why I say that's the best lesson I think I ever learned, because I learned that young. And that's why I said that's a FAMU Langston University thing, because you don't get to come to the table and say, I don't know, and just think that that's plausible. Like, I don't know. So what's the follow-up? Where's the action? Because you don't know, does that mean I'm supposed to not know either? Then what's your purpose in being here if you can't produce the information? And so for me, it's always been like, I don't know yet. Or what did you bring? Give me 24 hours, 25. Give me 25 hours. I'll get it back to you. Like it was always, if I didn't have, or better yet, because some people know that you could get your way through it. You could turn around and say, well, while I don't know this, I understand the emphasis of that. And because that is there, what could we inspire or inquire about this? Like that was me. I was always like, yo, you can get something. And then I would run back. Shout out to my teachers. Yeah, I did some stuff. And get the information and pad the information to fix the situation. Like it was always something. It was always something. But that piece right there is the reason why I'm able to say at this point in time, I feel confident, because I built up the competence around the things. I don't have to say I feel confident because I went to school to become this. I can feel confident because of what I know and now what I've applied and now what I have seen. I have seen it. Let me do this right here. I have seen it with my own eyes, what this rabbit can do, what this urine, what this poo can produce. I've seen it. The thing that I get to do now is I get to practice it. We've applied it. I've seen it. I know what it can do. Now we get to manipulate it. We get to formulate it. We get to work with it. We know what it can do. We have our baseline. Now we're going to go ahead and go to the high line. I didn't like that one, but I was just going there. I was just in the flow. So bringing in that confidence when I'm at the table now, it's like, okay, you can bring me new information. I'm going to go decipher it and figure it out and learn about it and do it. I'm going to also know what we're qualified to do, what we can do. And for those people who want to grow your garden, holla at your girl. I got the juice you need. I got that stuff though. I got that stuff though. And if you want it, I got it. I got it. If you want to be luscious with it, I got lusciousness. I got the luscious liquid. I got the luscious liquid for you. Oh, I love that one. They're not going to let me name it luscious liquid. I know they're not going to let me name it luscious liquid. I want to name it luscious liquid. I want to the lush liquid. The lush liquid for your garden, baby. Water the soil. Water me, baby. All right. So anyways, that's it. So I don't care too much about the rest of the day. I am on 10, looking to find how to get to 20. That's me, staying on a 25. So this was, like I said, a shout out, a brilliance, a moment, the sun, confirmation, and also for me, because I'm going to go and start working and I'm going to be down again. And at least I have this video to remind me about the good times, living in the city, the good times. Okay, let me change my song because it doesn't correlate. So I'm saying, let me see. I got those. I got those. They've been peeing in cones, peeing in the cones, toes. Oh, you better catch it though. You gotta catch it though. I was singing the pee on you, piss on you, do do do. Dip dip dip, dip dip dip, yip yip yip. Go ahead and put it in my money tip. Oh, also that's a shout out. Whew, I can make some money now. New business entrepreneurs, yes, they produce everything out their pocket when they have a dream. Is it fair? No. And then shout outs to you guys. You guys have been helping. But you got to go. You got to grow and grow. So, ending this out with a dear God, thank you. It's not a dear God. I'm not asking for anything. I'm thanking you now for the confirmation. I'm thanking you now for the moment. I'm thanking you now for the journey. I'm thanking you now. I'm thanking you now. Hey, I'm thanking you now. I'm thanking you now. Hey, I'm thanking you. I'm thanking you. I got that gratitude. I'm happy about it. Yes, I'm happy about it. I'm bigging it up. Thank you, God, for choosing me. Thank you for my legacy. Thank you for hearing me when I'm on my knees. I say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, thank you, God. I say thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mm, 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 mm. Shout out to my ancestors and my angels. Thank you for being there when I wasn't. I ain't rhyming. Thank you. I'm just not rhyming because I don't care. Y'all don't understand. My angels be doing overtime work. I hear you. I hear my ancestors. I hear my spirits. Okay, I don't always hear you. Let me say it for this one. I heard you. I'm working better in being in line with the hearability. But I'm here. I'm here. Here. Much love. All right. Bye. I'm hot.